Picture, no excuses for Vitality and no excuses for MIBR trying to shape it up after both really starting a bit slow.
Which sounds nicer to you? Vitality can't lose this or Vitality shouldn't lose this?
Can't.
Yeah, I think the can't is fair if we want to have a runway in towards the major. Not too far from now as the 1x bet odds will be favouring the Bees.
1x bet's kind of saying they can't either.
Yeah, and well, let's see what they can find as they've been able to push out B. They'll be on this flank towards middle, which is noisy.
Insani. He's going to have to be quite quick on this. He's not looking. And that should be the end of him. Okay, good find. Now, they got intentions through mid. Apex in that smoke, but they're wrapping A. ZywOo lives here. Let's see if he can find some headshots. That USP looks clean on the first, and it's the second, even more gorgeous to secure the round. Vitality, quick start.
And it's the Henny 1-on-5 attempt here, as he's got absolutely no idea what just went on down. Bamboozled. No way forward, no way back, and, well, he's going to attempt to slink across the mid-bridge. Any damage here for him would be nice. Doesn't have any Kevlar, doesn't have a P250, just the Glock in hand, and I'm sure plenty of time, but this will be the pistol round going in the favour of the international squad. And they need to make sure that they keep that intensity that Dusk was discussing. A nice goosh, and the finish off the Magus. That's not too shabby, so some damage done, but his position now noted. Dupree will be coming around for the flank here. And there you have it, Apex to finish him off. So 2 for Apex, 2 for ZywOo, and 1 for Magisk in the pistol round as Vitality look to continue this CT campaign. That's where their woes were on Overpass yesterday. That's where most teams find their woes on Anubis. The map, if you take a look at the 2 RMRs combined, without the last chance qualifier, mind you, it's played 9 times. I think it was 57% of the rounds were won on the T side.
Okay.
So
is that one of the highest?
I think it's the highest. Yeah,
57.
It's our most T-sided map for sure. And this is going to be a force buy without the plant coming in from MIBR, so Tech-9s are plenty.
Apex responsible for this mid-push. He's safe from the flashbang. That corner, it should be frags. It's not. It's Spinks that'll do it for him. Fortunately, he had some support with a wall bang from Dark to contribute. Apex just softening him up with that FAMAS, and it does look like it's not going to be easy for them to retrieve.
Did Spinks get both through there?
He did.
Okay.
I mean, look, we've had Anubis long enough that all of these players have sat there banging every board they can.
Yeah, why not? All right, I'm happy with that. And I'm
now,
sure
Brenner's got the bomb and 1 HP, so I don't really know if his intentions can manifest. He's hoping Exit and Henny to do something elsewhere, and Dupree's coming to look in. Oh no, the timing on that one. Exit's elbow just spotted out. The communications will be made, and it looks like we're going to get some MP9 frags if ZywOo could stop stealing them all.
I do like the fact that we've seen them pushing the B long position in 2 consecutive rounds here, as ZywOo will grab another. It's just Henny yet again. Same scenario. Well, a 1-on-4 this time, but the last man standing will give away his position. A flash over towards the fountain. And yeah, that audible will be noted. But they don't need to move a muscle here, Vitality. They have the bomb in their grasp, and look at this elevation from Magisk here. Seeing
Henny on your screen as well in that picture, worth mentioning that he's, you know, one of the longest standing members of this team that's been not in MIBR, but in competing with that Brazilian flag affixed to his name. Yeah. He has been around the block and back again.
Just like Jenny.
Yeah, exactly. Jenny from the block. Magisk got it.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Oh.
I'd like to correct myself. And ZywOo would happily harvest another 3 frags. So he's up to 5. Going to have lots of cash to jive and probably whip out that AWAP when we get into the guns.
Yeah, small note. Dupree did get that M4 off his corpse, so they carry 3 through into the next round of play. But a couple casualties there. But this is quite a timid start here. And Apex is going to be feeling quite rough about not getting anything done there at all, right? Those were both these kills. Couldn't complete the set. And had to call for Spinks on the wallbang. So great stuff from Spinks there, as it will now just be just a limp in here from MIBR. Again, nothing too threatening. So the first 3 rounds feel like they're going to be a bit of a breeze here for Vitality. I do like a couple of the little bits and bobs we've seen, right? So continued play down towards the dark position to take a look at a fight towards canals. We'll have to see what smoke sets MIBR want to run with. We know how easy that can be. And the Dusk will highlight this as well. The reason it is difficult on the CT side is the lack of aggressive maneuvers. That's why I want to point out when they do go aggressive to see where those themes can really be found. Now the question is, it's not always about aggression at the start of the rounds. It's about aggression mid-rounds and you know, with the information that comes your way, making the correct plays.
I've been really enjoying the dynamic the Dark players have gotten to now, where at the right time, if they get it right, they will go for that canal walk. And it's just, I mean, it's lock and key. If you walk up canals, you find yourself T-stairs mid-round, and you can just be that unknown destabilizing entity. Very cool. B-stream update, you can see there as well. We've got 2 streams running simultaneously. Fnatic taking on 9Z. That's an elimination match. And first map, 9Z's pick. That's Nuke. You can check that out. Just add a B to the URL.
Oh,
Flash coming in.
Yeah, not bad.
Oh, dead.
That just had a pretty rubbish day yesterday, so that's going to feel miserable.
He's frustrated. He's very frustrated. Fortunately, ZywOo's here. God, he's having one of these games, Chad.
It's good early to get a bit of padding in on some of the quote-unquote ecos.
Hey, it wasn't too comfortable for Magisk, and it's not too comfortable for Apex. So you need ZywOo. You know, you were talking about it yesterday. You know, I'm not going to criticize. Someone has to get him.
Yeah, and look, I get it on the pro level when you know that they're on full eco, and a few people get a little bit hungrier and they take it. But at the end of the day, we've seen these rounds spiral out of control because people flub some shots or make some bad choices. And yeah, like someone needs to convert those frags to get those rounds. And while it is going to be the 3-0 conversion for Vitality here.
And perhaps some of our viewers missed the first day of play. We need to remind you that this is an elimination game. I mean, yeah, it's the interviews you heard from Vitality. They don't want to make excuses. Magisk on your screens as well.
Having a giggle. He didn't look too frustrated.
He did have a frustrating day yesterday.
Yes.
There's no doubt about it. I think one of the lowest rated, you were saying?
Yeah, like within the bottom
map.
Yes, but still within like the bottom 10 of the tournament, right? So not great as ZywOo.
Let's see if, I mean, how aware is he that the timing is present?
Well, he knows he can get past, right? He has to be aware of that.
That's the trade. Wow, instantaneous from Henny. ZywOo does well to find one. Breno gone.
Well, they will secure the A main control here. So an exchange of Bottle of Flames, that will hold Magisk at bay for now, but that smoke off means the AWP is secure. So Henny can't get that into his mitts right here. Oh, another molly through. So actually expending a lot of resources to jostle for this position, but I think that was kind of a little bit wasted from MIBR.
Here's your mid-round aggression.
There was a flash too. Turtle's seen this. They've seen enough. So yeah, this is just really just a bit of tug of war for map control.
Well, Exit's doing his bit, doing his part. Not just juggling those guns away from retrieval, but AK's in hand for MIBR. You can see Spinks is just flirting with some cursory glances. Exit with a smoke, I would imagine, to the temple position.
Spinks is not acknowledging this at all. Yeah.
I think with Dupree's just acknowledging it, they could come dark, but I have long. It's enough for them. And so they will be in the right place.
That smoke missed as well. Yeah, just taking a look at it, landed on the platform.
Well, in which case, Magisk actually on the AWP for this one. Going to drop into the site, play Cake. He needs one hit. The rest should come through from Spinks and Apex once they destabilize. But already with Apex gone, that's the AWP. It takes a wing clip, but not enough. Needs Spinks to step up, or MIBR flatten them, and it's Insani, the man behind the magic. Triple kill on the entrance into the site. And this is a player, we were talking about low-rated players. I have yet to see a performance as low as that Ancient game against Cloud9.
It was pretty rough yesterday for him.
6 frags, right? 20 deaths. I mean, it's just very out of character, and I loved what he said. I loved what he said in the interview with Banks. He was just saying, you know, having a good game is one thing, consistency is much harder. And I think that, I mean, I know it feels like you're stating the obvious, but it's a conclusion I want Counter-Strike players to have quickly in
Sounds like a message for life, though. It's good to have it's easy to have a good day. It's not easy to have a lot of good days.
Yes, indeed. Oh, Chatty B, I'm with you.
You know, sometimes you wake up feeling like $1 million, and Insani will be now. That is a great little 3-piece feed from him. Dupree looking like he will have to retain his silenced M4 here. The bomb going off momentarily, and MIBR will get on the board with their first. Tidy stuff. All right. Well, that one's going to feel good early. Now, it doesn't really feel like there's too much in this game right now. And the way that I've come into today's matchup here is MIBR need to prove that they can compete. Sure, we know that Vitality losing yesterday was an upset loss to OG, but we expect them to bounce back today. They are a team who should be a class or 4 above of MIBR, and that's just without me saying the word ZywOo, right? So today, Vitality are the heavy favorites in my mind. If this goes to 3, I consider that a victory for MIBR in itself, but we need to see that they can compete here. Counter-Strike at the top level, you heard from Apex, you know, if you've got some underperformances, a couple of bad decisions, that's all it's going to take at this level of CS to drop a matchup. Now they're in the best of 3s, this is where the favorites become even more so.
Yeah, and it's not like in any way like a valid excuse to sit there and go, yeah, we're focusing on a different event. You know, like I just in my mind, like, sure, absolutely, everyone is focused on the event in front of them, but you do have to focus on being in the form to do damage at the major, and I don't think...
If we're just here to be a passenger, then what's the point of anything,
What's the point in anything,
right?
Yeah.
And you're a competitor, you always want to win. So I think that, yes...
It's nice to kind of escape the feeling of a loss, you know? Like, if you want to just kind of say something to feel better, but it's certainly not the competitive mindset.
Nice flash.
That is a perfect execution from Vitality. The lower gun, Magisk set up for success. And he's trying to...
Very brave
I mean, he's just trying to get the most out of this low health MP9. He's in a forward position, feeling trapped. And Spinks has got a chance. Exit. Good find. Takes down that dark player. Magisk going like that. And no, so does Exit. The inaccuracy on the drop, and Vitality just hemorrhaging players 3 in quick succession. It feels like the round might have just ended like that.
Yeah, well, in that type of scenario right there, Henny's going to have the advantage every day of the week with that AWP for the third there onto Dupree, so nothing done from that saved M4, and now ZywOo and Apex are probably looking to do exactly that.
What would you review Magic's push there? Do you think that's him just trying to essentially win the round on his own, knowing that the rest had rifles?
I think that, well, they had enough bodies there to all kind of collapse together.
Right.
So it just wasn't together.
Yeah.
Right? So I can see the concept of how that could have worked. And
you had dark players, you're coming from bridge.
And that's the type of area of the map that you want to cause a bit of chaos in that regard, right? And hopefully take advantage of the fact there's a few people investigating A, there's a few people investigating over towards B main. But it just wasn't to be the case in that scenario. Did look desperate though, didn't it? I think the Dupree one was the most quizzical to me, wanting to get a trade back after the 2 deaths that they received, and well, just stepping out to his demise. As ZywOo's AWP will be noted now, springing to action will be Brenno, and they'll remove that one, so should be a bit of an economical here. It looks like Hugo's awake. I can see Hugo's he's just jumped into some Counter-Strike, so shout out to Hugo. Might be playing some Counter-Strike on the Brazilian servers.
I reckon we're going to be on the telly. He'll hear us. Yeah. So, hey, Hughes. Good luck.
In our little secret agent lab we have down there.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
It's great that you have to turn the book and the whole thing opens. I've never seen anything quite like it.
Yeah, and it's funny that the book is 100 places to go in Rio de Janeiro.
Right.
Yeah.
No one knew about this one. That was number 101.
The Junus Arena.
Okay, well, yeah, MIBR, you're doing a good bit of proving here. You've practically drawn things back level. Just going to be a Deagle and a couple of USPs walking into round number 6.
Exit's going to eat this. Ready? Just a little.
Well, yeah, he did eat it.
Yeah,
but he didn't hate the way it tasted.
No, it's not too shabby. Little snack.
Maybe a bit sour.
50 caliber. Oh, look at the little
couple
slither.
Of tootsies.
And burning away. This is well handled. Seems like MIBR have definitely done their prep. Their prep would be what I'm aiming for. And so with one down, Henny actually catching Magic's USP. The rest will fall into place nicely. So there you have it. All tied up 3-3. MIBR recovering after the loss of the pistol. Even kill distribution for that T side. ZywOo, of course, we talked about his early start very well. Dupree actually yet to find a frag over the course of these first 6.
And they're also rocking 5 silenced M4s here on the map of Anubis. So that's always a fun little thing to keep track of. No defuse kits, very limited on incendiaries, just 1 in the hands of Magic's kit. That is going to limit the options and might see Vitality either play more default or, alternatively, more out of the box, right? Knowing that they need to take a bit of a risk here without this full purchase. Deep mid-smoke in play here, and you really don't see too much rush from MIBR in any of these rounds. That's why it's quite a, I guess, slow start, right? And I don't mean in terms of the rounds, but just in terms of the pace of the game. And Exit's doing a great job with these duels against Spinks here. I'm going to take a look at the kill feed and see what the head-to-head's looking like between the two, but it feels like Exit's getting the better of him.
Last 2, for sure, have gone his way. And back-to-back, Spinks just getting caught out. Well played by Exit. Brenno's got full presence in A main.
Yeah, Exit's killed him in 3 consecutive rounds now.
Yo, brilliant. Okay. We'll keep tabs on that one. And this is another head-to-head we're going to be seeing throughout this first half. Magisk, if I'm trying to say it properly.
All right, Anders.
I'm just having a go. I can't consistently get it out of my mouth in time.
As long as we remember when he was Magisk Boy?
Yeah.
Remember those days? Simpler times.
Yeah, it was. It was. But he's a Magisk man now. And they are trying this mid pincer. It's the right call. It's actually the perfect call.
It's a great call.
Are Vitality kind of hedging their bets here?
Yeah, this is if they go away, we're going to save.
Okay. Or Magic's kills 4.
Or that. Probably not that.
Go on. Oh, God. Lots of good flashes. Lots of space taken. And insani does go down. Meets Magis, but what can he do? He gets 1 for the troubles, but the round is done. And MIBR, this is going to be their 4th consecutive on their map pick T-start.
S-A-V-E, you ain't got no alibi, just save.
Oh, wait.
Just save.
S-A-V-E, you ain't got no economy, you save
it.
Hey,
see,
hey, you save
we
it.
really need to do like some Weird Al Yankovic stuff where we do parodies of a bunch of different songs and
like that.
Counter-Strike-fire them.
100%. We can do that. We've got the time and we have the resources.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, we got that one. We got 1,000 miles.
I love that one.
That one's a great. That's
been in your head for like 10 years. Bro.
Longer. Longer than that. Longer than that. We're going to, Alex, we're doing a hot swap right now, mate. So you talk. I'm going to get my headset
Should I hold this button?
Well, I can hold the button. Right. You do the talking.
I'll do the talking. Hi, everybody. My name is Alex. Some people call me Machine. And I like to talk about video games. Been doing it for a while. I feel very lucky to be here to talk about this incredible video game. And we are going to be seeing MIBR from Brazil, no less, trying to just prove to us that they have got what it takes to make a run at this tournament. I mean, this has already been a very intense first day of play. I'll recap. This is Group B, and the reason in which MIBR find themselves here, it was a rather lackluster 16-8 on Ancient up against Cloud9, leaving Cloud9 and OG in that upper bracket. That's right, OG beat Vitality. And that was in an overtime. Felt like on Overpass, they kind of had it in the bag for a while.
I'm back.
Wow, that was hot.
Yeah.
And quick.
And everything is feeling fine right now. You sound much nicer on my ears now.
Oh, did I sound like a robot?
You sounded like a blown car speaker.
Oh.
That wasn't your fault.
No, well, I kind of feel guilty about it.
Well, we did have Harry and Hugo here yesterday, and we know they like to get loud. Let's get loud. Let's get loud.
Yeah, you know, I mean, there's a reason we are commentators and not singers.
Yeah.
That goes without saying. And so far, so good for MIBR. I wonder if Spinks is going to try something different.
They're trying his boost on B again.
He's not holding Dark this time. Doesn't want anything to do with that.
Well, they have full control of it with that molly, right? That molly comes in. Unless there's an exchange of utility, they can just take control of this, right? So I'm interested to see how Vitality respond. They are under pressure. ZywOo dropping a smoke to Apex will rotate over to bolster this B bomb site. But again, MIBR are just default spreading. And I think considering the amount of duels that Exit has won over towards Dark, Spinks don't want anything to do with that right now. So yeah, Breno's in. He has the support of Exit. Now, look, this isn't as simple as like an Inferno, where we talk about getting banana control and then getting top mid, or vice versa, right? But it looks like with Dark control, now they want to pressure back A main, which means it should be a whole lot easier for them to be flexible between the two bomb sites. So Exit's just being flashed in towards A main right now. You can see this pressure he's applying towards Fountain. That's going to clear out any real early info that the CTs can gather. And with that molly back in exchange, it also helps them understand what the setup looks like from the CTs. Should
we be reading into that bomb's location? Like, does it imply an A finish with 40 seconds?
I don't think so, because you can always just go down the T stairs and go straight up through canals. But I think what does is Turtle now starting to hedge back over towards this A side of the map.
It's also very notable. I'll keep tabs on it and come back to it, but they haven't gone B main once, apart from in the anti-eco. It just seems like a place of the map they're not particularly interested in gathering. Here comes the commit, Magisk and Apex. Apex needs one quick. Good find, confirms the bomb and gets away. That's a dream from the Frenchman. Breno onto Spinks elsewhere. He's trying to knock on that B door simultaneously, keeps feet planted. There's the conversions on A. And MIBR into the site now with just about 5 seconds to spare as that bomb goes in.
So we really want to look into this. He's going to have a gander.
I mean, he's got it in him. He's got it in him. That's the first. If he gets the second, things really are heating up. Breno, however, has taken down his partner in crime for what was a 2v3. And Exit's just playing. Oh, he's going to be spotted on this clear. Yeah, nice find from ZywOo. Is there anything more to be said?
Wants the flank.
Doesn't have a kit and doesn't have hope. But gets the AWP. But there's the kit there as well. He can do this. Flash on. Gets on. And ZywOo's holding it. ZywOo never holds the first. Yeah, calls it off. Goes for the fight. And Breno saves them. But ZywOo already continues to remind us who he is and what he does. That was threatening.
Yeah, they gave him a whole lot of 1v1s right there, didn't they?
It's like a perfect example of why we don't like to give 1v1s. It's exactly what the doctor ordered.
Now, here's Zonic on the mic. It's going to be the second timeout call from Vitality already. Now, sure, we had the pistol with the conversions. It was seeming clean. I was sitting there going, we need to see MIBR put up a fight. Well, the fight, it's been put up right now. 5 on the trot. Sure, we know this is definitely a T-sided map as far as the stats lie, but there are some issues. You pointed out earlier, Dupree, yet to frag. That still continues here. And that was one of the most passive setups you could possibly have on the CT side. Right, a 3-2 complete split without presence anywhere. And I understand it was late, and I understand you're playing the sites late, but you can see how difficult it is for the A players. Now, I think one of the evolutions needs to be, if you're losing the A site or you're playing a bit more retake, you need the flank. The flank has to be coming through with Canal. 1 or 2 players, because that means that the A players are now boxed in. On an A split, you lose mid. Your rotation point has to be through beach, through CT spawn.
Sure.
You need to give yourself another avenue back in. It can't just be through mid and CT. It's just not enough. So I feel more flanks need to be on the agenda, but Breno had dark control, so that wasn't a possibility.
And I was about to kind of bring up that Breno Twan he was bringing in towards this whole hit. You work without one of the players, but it means that those rotations were so slow. Never mind Breno winning all those duels. They had to acknowledge his presence. Otherwise, he was going to be flanking the flankers.
Well, we need to address this buy here. ZywOo has an AWP. There's a scout for Dupree, and the rest are with some upgraded pistols. And with the lost bonus maxed on out, you can understand why they're happy to take a little bit of risk like this. Now, will this AWP that's come on through, catch them off guard. That's a nice deep smoke.
Yeah, it is. It's like it kind of deters the boost completely. Henny's just playing on the edge of it, but ZywOo's going to give it up. It's just going to concede and rotate back into B.
I kind of feel like Vitality in a lot of these rounds are just being left to stew in their own juices.
No doubt. Apex down. Henny caught him on his jiggle. Looking for info. 50 seconds of Spinx's Deagle might be tested on Dark. They're gathering. All 5. We talk about their absence in long. Well, this is going to be the full B exec. They've got nades. Spinx would love to have just one frag prior to the full exec. And he goes looking for it, loses his chance. And now opportunities really running thin. Full commitment in. ZywOo, he's in 2 minds. Nice tag on the scout, but on the way out. They don't want to be conceding an AWP.
He's coming around, though, towards CT spawn, and this is the thing. He can't just start saving right now. They might just hunt him. So if you can find some damage and open that door, and this is a great position for the AWP, just get Dupree the hell out of your way.
Yeah, I mean, you are feeling pretty helpless at this point. And it's very clear that, you know, MIBR's T side, that they've studied the school of Anubis Counter-Strike.
Well, this is the point in which in the game I expect there to potentially be a pace change. Do you have to? No, you've just won 6 rounds in a row. But could you? Yes. Right? And this is the ebbs and flows of Counter-Strike, and it's something which is really difficult for us to discuss. Oh, nice shot from Magisk there. That's a good one to lop off the head of Turtle. Because we can only talk about, you know, like I just said, it could now be an opportunity for a pace change. But look, the game plan that they've worked out with their coach, I've got no idea about that, guys. I'm not in the team speak, and I'm definitely not speaking any Portuguese. But this is where you've conditioned with your slow default plays, right? You've done it throughout, and now would be a really good opportunity where you go, okay, well, we're going to expect something here. Either Team Vitality know they need to take a risk and they need to push us and they need to go aggressive somewhere, or we get to be the ones to... This is the change. Double orbs, okay? So you see the change. Here it is. Spinx is going to bring one out as well.
Interesting.
So do you want to go a little bit more quick on an area of the map here as a unit, a set piece? It looks likely. 4 players heading over towards A here. Insani just selling the mid default. They could just go for a bit more of a direct A execute here if they'd like.
Magisk going forward on A main for the hold here. He makes it clear he's occupying the forward position, but Breno's trying to play the fade and catches him with a pin pull, gets away, drops the util, but Breno's coming. Frothing at the mouth, he wants blood. And he spotted bodies towards the bricks, cancels his plans, gets away. That is a lot from Breno. And the space has been taken elsewhere. As all heads are turned and panicking, panic buttons hit, he's taken mid-space. Apex sitting in that A-side smoke.
But that rotation it caused is massive right now.
Humongous.
And there's still a minute on the clock. They didn't exhaust all of their utility, but they used a lot. But don't worry about the U2. Insani with a massive kill to double up, almost on the table.
Could have been massive. Instead, things will fall a little silent for a moment. After all of that endeavor from Breno, he's just parked a bus in towards main and hoping the action elsewhere will give him another window into the site. You talk about that flank. Dupree and Spinx still dark. They have to be, if they do hit A.
Uh-oh.
Coming in hot behind him. Magisk. Okay. Ooh, it looked like he overlooked it, but Breno low and finishes off what he started earlier there. The Dane does deliver.
This is crazy, though. They're going for a B split. Nobody ever, well, hey, we're seeing it right now. So we definitely there's going to be a split on towards the B site, and they're both playing dark. Well, they don't have to clear. They could actually molly or smoke this off and just plant for CT side. They don't know where they are at all.
Worried about main, worried about everything, hoping you get one free before you start to reveal this dark presence. Dupree with him on the rifle, gonna have to go looking. Magisk to join him. ZywOo through CT. Advantage Vitality, still yet to see Dupree in the feed. 0-3.
There is one kit.
Looking for the snacks, looking for the clear. Nice angle off, angle turtle down, and exit trades. Still a chance for the Brazilians on this one. 2, needs a multi-kill. Spinx hits the quick scope. This gets awkward now. Henny should have a chance to destabilize. That's the first, but the smoke's on the bomb. Molly makes it harder, and ZywOo condemns him to the grave. That is a recovered site, and a good retake for the 4th. Stops the run of MIBR.
Yeah, finally. Okay, well, something back here, and I don't know if the double orbs were the solution, right? But finding the necessary kills right there. Handy stuff from Vitality to get back into winning ways. And they will retain that double orb to carry through into the next round of play here. And the question is, has that been noted from MIBR? I didn't hate their opening, but it was a scramble from Vitality to get over to A, and you could just see how much they were throwing over towards A main to slow down Breno. And Zonic really trying to get their energy up, get them fired up, get their heads in the game. As we do turn back into play here, round number 11. Much of a muchness here. ZywOo starting mid with Apex, Magic towards the A side of the map.
This looks like a quick B. Look, the bomb turtle already forward long, 2 walking canals.
And this position of dupreeh, though, that could be a difference maker. He's up on the jail position. It's a fight that he will have to win heads up. But might not get a chance now.
That's a disaster. Oh, and it falls apart. Vitality crumble. And MIBR are in.
Side to open.
Look
That
at
has to be a
util.
save.
That is beautifully executed.
Yeah, tidy work.
Like, I mean, in terms of what we've seen over the course of this T side, it's like it's wide, it's varied. Everyone seems quite regimented and aware of what's needed of them.
Well, Apex has responded to this here, but starting to feel like another episode of ZywOo and Friends. Oh, nice angle there from Magisk. He will punish the AWP player. And he goes down. There's lots of cash on exit, for example, just under 10k. Henny's in the grave. He's still got almost 6. So as far as the buys goes, it's... Oh, yeah. That's going to hurt.
That sucks.
Yeah.
3 is the magic number. Chad taught me that.
Yeah, look, the game changed a little bit since that.
Oh.
So I know they changed the M4 price,
Oh,
and then,
yeah.
but it's 2.5.
2.5. which we can kind of claim they're on their way to. Yeah.
And everyone's so good these days with their 5.7 and the MP9 and all that jazz. But in terms of full buys in the classic Counter-Strike school, I think that was what was that? The First Testament.
Yeah, that was.
Is that what it was called?
The Old Testament.
The Old Testament. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely in the New Testament now.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think you can be missing those if you're poor Spinks. You got to be hitting at least one because the position that dupreeh's playing is very open. It requires your player in dark to slow them down or make sure they don't get control at all. So this is 1 round away from MIBR winning out the half here. I feel on this T side, they're going to be hoping to get themselves up to 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Look, I haven't set a par for the course here, but we've set a nade in the shoes, and dupreeh's already low. The flash forward. Henny not blind. Sure, the kill icon said he is, but that's not the case.
Ooh.
Spinks on the trade.
Lovely. Nade gets away, tucks in tight, insani should have him. Turns the flash. Still an opportunity for Spinks to do more damage here, and he's comfortable on the rifle. Henny catches Magisk overextending. Trying to help out his teammate, try and bail out Spinks, but instead it finds a nice 3v3 with some aggression still available. Look at this. That's a quick adjustment from Henny. He just considered it right on time to catch Spinks and keeps them with the advantage. A triple kill from the AWP on T-side Anubis, no less.
Kind of the perfect place for the AWP on this map, right? Just a nice long corridor to take those fights, but some good shooting from Henny here. And now they need to find the finish. So with Apex and ZywOo, and Apex is actually going to continue. There's just main littered with corpses here. He wants to take a little bit of a look, and this push would be less than expected. Now, if they do the split in towards A, it's ZywOo's chance to show us what he has on the big green. 40 seconds left, still plenty of time to pick their poison, but it looks like they're going the pack mentality.
35. Apex. They pause. Will he? Back's covered. I think Breno's holding it.
Oh,
just away! Oh,
jeez, Louise.
Man, timing.
You got to go B now.
You definitely do. You know that that's a very audacious push. ZywOo now staring at the smoke.
Come on through. Gave him a chance, didn't he?
Certainly.
And he loves that one. Ooh. Look how fired up he's getting. The alligator with something to say.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, just to do so against a big team, we've been waiting for this from MIBR. And Vitality, you know, I think it was 2 steps forward, 1 step back, the way Peacemaker described it.
Yes, that is how he laid it out.
And I think that's a nice summary of the way in which Vitality seem to operate. I loved it. Top comment on the post-match thread from the Vitality game against OG. It's like, none of this RMR shit. This is the Vitality I've been waiting for, you know?
The internet is funny.
Yeah, you guys, comedians, absolutely. And this one, not going to be a laughing matter for dupreeh, because I would give it a couple of seconds before he throws that smoke. And sprayed on down. Nasty, nasty way to go down.
But you've identified something very key here, Alex.
I have?
No, you have.
Oh my God.
You noted earlier that the only real times that MIBR have used B long or B main is against like lower buys.
Yes.
And again, knowing that it is likely a bit of a weaker buy, they've done it again. They've exploited the same area of the map, knowing that they likely have the weapon advantage.
And thinking about it, using dupreeh's death as a good example, what are your options? You're going to boost on Obelisk, you're going to be stacked behind that pillar where you're going to tap in your toes, you molly it, or you're going to try and push.
Which didn't work in the previous round.
Yeah, touche.
So, but this is it, right? And I think what we're seeing from MIBR is great. And it's good to see them getting fired up. The mood in the camp looks very high. The frustration starting to mount for Vitality as well.
You're about to remind me it's a T-sided map, aren't
exactly,
you?
Right? So how invested can we get right now? If it stays at only 4 rounds for Vitality, then we can.
Hold on.
Look at this spot from Insani.
Yeah, I think he's aware. No, he's not. Nice catch. ZywOo gets away with one. I mean, this is still looking like MIBR should just be able to clean up their mess.
Total
But the
that.
flashbang from ZywOo lasting a lifetime. So that's 2 from him, but his team's still just waiting for ZywOo to win the round on his own here.
How much more does ZywOo really want to look for? Yeah, I think he's had enough. The upgrade into the AK seems kind of tidy.
Exit's going T-spawn. I'm not sure if ZywOo gets away with this.
What a name as well.
Yeah, it is a good one. He's trying. I mean, ZywOo's trying to exit, denies.
And I'd say most of Exit's kills might be exit kills.
Damn, that's. I mean, they are.
Exactly.
By definition.
Can't argue with it.
All right. I'm just in a silly, goofy mood.
Yeah, it's early for us. I know everyone over in the Europeans is, what are we talking? The afternoons, right? So
yeah,
we're still in the AMs right now.
Yeah, we've still got our morning coffee inside us, that's all. But yeah, okay, 11. I think to build on your point, I think 11 for half from MIBR would be par for a competitive second half.
Especially when Vitality got the pistol with the conversions and then only 1 round since,
yes.
Right? Whereas if this ends up being a 9-6 half now, Vitality, yeah, we did the job. We did what we were required to do on the CT side of the most T-sided map in the pool right now. So that's what we're looking for, is a timeout called the 3rd from Vitality, and that reinforces exactly the discussion we're having, just how important these CT-sided rounds are. So like, what can they bring us?
Without the pistol, seems like as the guns have come out, you know, they just haven't been able, admittedly, to be fair, you know, MIBR have had...
It's Insani with a massive 3K round, you know, Henny's had some action.
They've just had every single bell and whistle they desire. They've been able to dictate the pace. And yeah, as you've highlighted, they've been very cognizant of when the Vitality buy was low and handling it very comfortably. You know, we haven't had any of those disruptive half buys that can really throw the whole competitive half into disarray. And so we head once more, or twice more, on this D side from MIBR into the breach. Not the team. Flash through. ZywOo is present and supporting.
Oh, okay. I think Breno really wanted to get stuck in there. Yeah. They have the control. It felt like the layering of that utility was a little bit off, or Breno just has ants in his pants looking for a frag or two.
He's just one of these players that's gone to A main, decided, right, well, I'm going to be here on the default, and worked out every nook and cranny. Coming for the clear. Magisk, crosshair in the right place. Can he hit the shot? Yep, crouches through under the crosshair. And a big opening. Vitality posting an opening. How many of those have we seen on this first half?
A decent amount, and
really?
I was just having a look at it here, and we'll talk about this. Well, no, I can talk about it right now, because we have a little bit of a pause in the action. There was an issue with the HLTV scoreboard, and I believe it was caused when multiple players in a team or server were perma-muted, which we can tell everybody Insani and Breno are. They've been naughty boys. But it looks like it's uncoupled here. So, yeah, it's actually split here. Vitality are looking at, what do we got? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of the 14 rounds so far, they found opening picks. So that's not too bad.
No, but more testament to the recovery. I don't imagine probably the trades.
Well, this is looking very good for a Vitality round now, but we know, and pros have spoken about this, with number disadvantage, this A site is very possible to get into.
All it takes is one, but that's Magisk.
Jumping? Come on, bro.
Air turtle. He's only got 8 seconds, but this is done. Well played, Vitality, and Zonic off the back of his timeout as well. It always feels extra special for a coach. You know, you don't necessarily get to see real tangible impact, but calling the timeout and winning your first round in how many, it's going to feel good.
In too many. That's how we're going to leave that one right there.
Yeah. I mean, they have 2 gun rounds under their belt over the course of this first half.
But five can be more than enough. We've seen that come back against FaZe, right? So we know what Vitality can do on their T side as well here. So I don't think if you're a Vitality fan, you should be stressing now, especially if they grab this final round here. So let's see if another opening comes their way.
Yeah. Deep breaths. Everything's going to be okay. And this is a deviation from the norm. On the final round, they actually go full guns.
So it might just be a full B execute here.
Yeah, here we go. Early flashes in the sky. Sphinx clears out Dark. That's a big frag to post. Now he can focus his attention on potentially the main body of the assault. Through jail is Turtle. Trying to find angles, trying to find ZywOo, but ZywOo's found the head of Insani. Flames burn 1. ZywOo still hitting shots. Oh my god, 3 by the Flames! You don't see that all too often. Leaves Henny alone. Pandemonium. And he cleared, and that is solid haul for the defense. 6. Vitality can be happy with that one. Smiles starting to creep on their face as the first map of this best of 3 continues after the break.
Smoke on the ramp. Looks like the plan was to try and show some presence on the outside, maybe pull people out of position. There was a big focus towards the ramp from Fnatic, but now they're going to have to adjust on the fly. Mezzi is creeping forward, though. We'll see if he makes it past these smokes in time. Oh, it's going to be a scary one. Max has no idea, caught off guard there, and that will pull Buddha away. So this part of the plan still could come to fruition, as now there is a focus towards A from Fnatic. 2 plays in Squeaky as Buddha falls back to CT vent. 3 in Squeaky now. Spasher might have a molly for his position there. He will be forced from it. No one's speaking just yet, though. Crim's having a look. Now they know it's clear. Now they can swing on the site with multi-frag. Just focus on that. But David gets started off well. Buddha is here as well. Messi's going to have to make a play through the smoke. Did they hear that tag? Nico's trying to deliver. Messi's going to pick the right time to go through, but a USP will be enough from David to tie the score. Everything even now. We have found parity on Nuke.
Damn. Wow. USP coming out for the final kill from David. Love to see that. And 9Z getting off to a good start here in the gun rounds. And he pointed out perfectly, Max getting that kill really takes the sting out of the fake. 9Z not going to fall for that. They're going to stick with players on this site. And Mezzi desperately pushes through the smoke. You thought he had a chance, but he didn't. And this might be a fast one from Fnatic with the pistols.
Charging towards the ramp, DGT spreading the armor-piercing rounds of the AUG. Old AUG has got such a unique look to it. I fired the old AUG and the new one. But the old one looks super cool. That stainless steel. Everybody standing for 9Z then, enjoying the luxuries of the CT side, building some cash early, just like Fnatic did on their CT side. But now 9Z will be in the lead for possibly the first time in this series.
Looking good for 9Z then. But Fnatic, their first gun round kind of got, I'm not going to say snatched away from them. It's more that it got countered well by 9Z when they were trying to feign that presence on yard. So we might see Fnatic go for something more standard into this one. And indeed, it is the yard smokes early. Max taking flashes, try.
Vitality with the bookends right there of the first half of Anubis CT side. But ZywOo, the man on your screen right here, well, it's just a classic day at the office of him. He gets out of bed and he almost drops 20 in the first half. He's been put in the hole. He just needs the teammates to show up here to close things out. And now, as we move forward into their T campaign, Vitality should be looking hot to trot. This could be both pistols for them, Alex.
It certainly could be. We'll find out. I'm intrigued to see where the double molly goes for a T pistol.
That's too much dosage, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Watch out for that one. Otherwise, you'll find yourself in the festival tent.
Oh, this has got some pace.
That makes sense. Yeah, okay, but this is a dual Beretta doing nothing. Okay, flattened on the defensive A from behind. Breno fast does catch Spinks on Rugs. Not clearing his corners. Do pretty punish. Man just trading and starting off a whole lot stronger here. Bombs planted safely. Breno's fast on this flank and spotted out now by the Woo. 2 here. And forcing the fights, hitting the shots. It's only Turtle, just already got 3 barreling towards him. No options really other than forward. Just going to hope that he can find something upon the fade of the smoke. ZywOo staring at him. And actually lets it go. A great tap from Turtle. 2 more to find, but no time, no kit. Feels like Vitality have done enough to get into this A site and get out with a round.
Yeah, might need to get a move on here, old Turtle, or get out and save that Kevlar because he's not going to be winning this one. He's dancing at the fountain and, well, we'll go down to Magisk there. So that is going to be both pistols now for Vitality, and that, well, should see us draw level back to a 9-9 scoreline, depending on this MIBR second round purchase. Now, will we see them go in with a force, or will we see them take a bit of a save scenario right now? Time will tell. And time is telling me they are going to buy on in. A couple of scouts, a couple of deagles, an MP9 in the hands of Turtle. Even some smokes for good measure. Spinks doesn't want any B main hijinks going on here. Drop out a very early Molotov to hold them at bay, but a crowd control utility there is insani. We've covered off one of his Anubis matches in the past where he was holding middle and he just got absolutely brutalized. And it is a very difficult position, so it's got nothing to do with insani, but he knows just how hard this
I think he got
the map can be.
He got taught some humility on that mid defense.
It's a rough spot.
It is. You see that truck lava 1v5?
Yes, I did.
That double dig, dirty. Let's see if insani can replicate with a click of his own. Not quite on the money. Apex jumps across, confirms insani on Akon.
Now that they've lost this map control, they need to do something here. They have full A main control. Ooh, pressure coming. Nice little limb smoke.
Yeah, and an opportunity to chip away. insani calling a lot, but still doesn't find any lethality. Dupree will find him. And those Mac 10s, perfect weapon for the job in this force bite.
They should clear for exit here. They won't expect this just to be... Oh,
wow, nice shot.
Yeah, I was going to say, they won't expect this to be nobody home, and they even flashed for this, right? So Dupree goes down, exit looking for a little bit more, but Magisk here to finish the job. AK in the back. And now it's just Turtle and Breno looking for the save. So that is now going to be 9-8, in case you can't count. Oh.
Got nervous for him for a second.
No save.
Cool. All good.
No save for Turtle.
No. But both pistols and the second round conversion, they got 3 off the CT pistol. Looks
but
like
this is much better here, right? And there was a big blank spot in that first half. But again, you just have to keep reminding yourself, regardless of what the score looks like. We were doing that a lot with Overpass yesterday. It turned out that all of the, well, I don't know about all of the Overpass matches, but 3 of the Overpass matches that at least I had my eyes affixed to had great T-halves. I still cannot believe Big just absolutely dumpstering Heroic yesterday on that third. And that's with their AWPA hyped being the lowest fragger.
Yeah, I mean, it's wonderful for Big, just because this is a team that you know put in the effort, put in the hours. And it's, you know, it's few and far between when taking a scalp like that. You know, Heroic, a team especially, who I think we frame and they frame themselves as a team that doesn't get upset.
Well, that was where the discourse was at, right? Everyone was starting to have that conversation a little bit more. So, yeah, well, and there was an interview with Stown about, you know, how can we don't? It's what we approach every match the same. Well, if you're approaching every match the same, there's no excuse for the loss to Big.
Bingo.
Big earned that one, right? So,
what does that mean for Heroic, actually?
They have to be in this, yeah, right? And that right there is a game where Heroic are heavily favored. But the problem is, in that lower bracket, you've also got 9 and NIP. And NIP are in much better form now. 9 have literally put Poland back on the Counter-Strike map, at least as a team.
Yeah. No, so it's no coincidences that, you know, Taz hangs up the mouse and keyboard and then...
Well, it was the handing of the torch,
it was, yeah. You know, it's like, right, lads, it's over for me. And then instantly Polish CS just blows back
Well, it's
up.
like new eras of Power Rangers, you know?
It's the curse, bro. The curse is lifted after that whole drama with the vehicle.
He should, if he owns that Mercedes still, I wonder if he sold it and that, you know, that lifted the jinx.
Maybe that was it. Yeah.
He traded it in.
Okay, anyone that's really smart, go to like Polish secondhand Mercedes Benz. I think it might still have the Taz license plate. Not sure.
Yeah. That's all, folks.
Lovely jubbly.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, I'm listening.
Let's play slow at the beginning, and then we'll do a...
You did very well. I got zilch. I'm going to turn my headset up.
So, guys, I think in this round, Vitality might start slow in the beginning.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, let's find out. It's an interesting assumption you've made there. And they are going to be going for the default spread, as it were. Magus catches a flak from that nade on A. Ooh, and they've got better nades there. ZywOo bowls Turtle over. Tag from the spam, the nade converts. Now looking for info B. Spinks to receive them. Breno to be flashed in. Safe here, Spinks on the Ivy. He's going to be in a prime position to react to that flash sound cue. Here it comes. How many does he get? Lotan, a lot on his plate. Peeks out, confirms one. Eliminates insani. Oh, Spinks builds a whole round out of that. Just the aggression, the knee-jerk reaction to losing one. Ends up losing two more.
Good thing we started slow in this round, so the default spread.
It works well.
Oh, it's perfect. What a call from Apex. And back to spawn. Apex is going to be rotating around the world one more time to find himself the bomb. Or is it le bomb?
Le bomb. Actually depends which gender the bomb is. Do you think bomb is a masculine or feminine word?
I don't know.
Let's find out. Bomb in French.
I suppose it... Yeah,
I'm not
going to touch this with a 10-foot barge pole.
It's feminine. Oh, fortunately, we have a French-Canadian helping us out in the headset.
There you
bro.
go.
It's a feminine word. What about tree?
We were having this discussion in the airport.
Yeah, we were.
I think we were told it was feminine.
Okay. Oh, I'm wrong about all of these. And Henny does not get to maintain that big green gun.
All right. Well, Vitality, before they're in like a sidecar. They weren't driving the car, but they were definitely along for the ride. And now they've gone, enough of that. We're gonna start steering this big wheel. And well, they're forcing MIBR into what is only their first timeout. So that shows you how good things were going for the Brazilians up until now. Under the pump, in the losing ways, and well, down one round, and likely having to take a partial investment here. What does BIT have to offer? Made in Brazil, looking to perform in Brazil. We'll face elimination here today. We've already lost Imperial. Chance we're going to lose MIBR, a very strong chance we're going to lose them very shortly. Right now, 9Z taking on Fnatic. More South American representatives. That match is currently going down on Nuke. You saw the B-Stream update a little bit earlier. You know where to find that. Put a B at the end of the Twitch URL. And Furia versus FaZe will be the next matchup of the day. And well, probably match of the day. That will potentially secure one of the two into the playoffs already. So good pace on this. Apex finds an opener onto Breno. ZywOo, in the meantime, has taken down insani, and they're just going to peel this little eco apart as more damage is done. Dupree will get his fourth frag there with the frag.
Fragmentation. Putting this one into the B side.
I just want to bring up for everybody, because I kind of mentioned that like it's nothing, but later today when we do have FaZe vs Fury, we also have OG versus Cloud9. The winner of those two matchups will be locked in for the playoffs from Group B, whether that's semi-final or quarterfinal, we still need to determine. But in the lower bracket, that means the losers of FaZe Furia and OG Cloud9 will drop down to join, which will most likely be, unless Fnatic lose this matchup, which is now, oh my god, I'm not even going to mention it.
No.
So in the lower bracket, we may have, who's going to win FaZe Furia?
FaZe.
Okay, so Furia dropped down a lower bracket. Who's going to win OG
Cloud9? Cloud9.
Okay, so we have potentially OG Furia, Fnatic, and Vitality all in the lower bracket, where only one of those four names can make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, it's a cutthroat world out there, especially in a bracket format like this. Nade down the gullet. Oh, Henny needs more off of that. He's still sticking around. He wants to be able to get something to justify copping that nade. Down to 38.
There's that update that we didn't want to mention.
If you do want to check out that B stream, nice and easy to do so.
And I'm going to say this, Buddha is having a life game. We've all had a life game. He's having a life game right now.
Good time to do it. Up against a big scalp like Fnatic.
Is this double AWP going to be the remedy here? If it's a B execute, I really fear for MIBR here. You've got on the site Turtle, who has a incendiary left over shore on that jump spot. Alongside for the right is going to be Breno, who has nothing. They're going to get overwhelmed here, Alex. Even if a rotation of Henny does make it. Actually, it's insani in time.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Breno AWPing in dark. It's so easy to be locked out. And yeah, he's trying to stop it. It does get away. Tucked into the site. Still run down, and the AKs connect. Vitality is Dupree.
Round over.
That delivers the necessary dirty work to get into that site. Bomb is down. Round is won. And yeah, Vitality definitely looking like their former selves on this T side. Having no issues. And with that pistol win, it's just been a run to that finish line. MIBR. I mean, what did we see when Vitality wanted to mix it up? They whipped out the double all.
Yeah, and that was just what came out here. But B execute is a perfect remedy for that.
Yeah.
And then now we start to come into the same scenario where we discuss issues with being aggressive. And you saw what happened when Vitality tried to be aggressive out B main. Well, they got lopped off by Henny's AWP. Then we've seen what happened when MIBR have tried it. Spinks has punished them. So there's some real issues as far as that goes. You might need to invest a little bit more utility and a few more bodies into something really all in. Not just like a flash push with 1 or 2. Maybe something that is an entire team play that's aggressive, right? Smoke off A main and let's all push mid and B. Or smoke off B and let's all push top bridge and... Oh, dear. 15 to... What is happening?
I'm not sure. This is, I mean, the 90s pick, and maybe it's just really caught off Fnatic completely. Take a look. Buddha 20, Max 20, David 20.
Well, some of these names we've seen before, right? Like, we've been impressed from them in different moments. Like Max would be one of them. DGT, Try, of course. We've seen him all over the traps. He was a 0-0 nation for a little while. Now he's come back to 9Z. So these players have had moments in the sun, but Fnatic are a team who are locked in for the Legend stage of the Paris Major.
Yeah,
this is an unacceptable map loss, I would say.
I think they would too. But that's happening over on the B stream. You can see esl.gg/twitchb. I'm hearing some cheers. It looks
Yeah,
like
me
that one
too. No way, Jose.
It might be real. Might be real. Action early. Henny does hit ZywOo in the shin.
Ooh.
Yeah, gets away from the spray and the flame, but still ZywOo operating at a disadvantage for the rest of this one.
I like the immediate reposition. You may as well keep this AWP as agile as possible. Setting up right now, Magisk at the ready.
That's a T-smoke.
It is, and it's a bit of a curious one here as well. There looked like there was a slight gap on that left-hand side. And that's there it is. I think you can use it on the bench position to lurk over the top of it, and you can see this, right? So multi-dimensional.
It does everything. So he gets to clear procedurally and also peek over upon the fade.
Still has the fear that they could be behind that fountain pillar, so it could be slightly problematic in that regard. But he has that main control. Flash forward, ZywOo. Going to call that out, and they're going to quickly try and put a pressure back over towards this A site with, with the flash at the ready, because an A split would be pretty tidy right now. Yeah,
I mean, ZywOo wants to get his util out as well with 5 HP left after that engagement. They are going to walk on over. Apex might catch just the perfect timing on this util. Look at that. That is going to isolate. They might have to disrespect it. They are going to push it. Okay, here comes a brawl. Distraction. Engagement. Headshot. Insani hits it. Exit brings up the double, and all falls apart for Vitality. All those rifles fall into enemy hands. Henny will close. He started it well. Bookend frags from the AWPer, but Vitality, they just completely melt. And Insani starts that house of cards tumbling.
They actually gave them a way in right there, because you saw that combo that I think was Apex that threw off the wall. The molly lands first, but then he extinguishes it himself, which I understand because they're going to be able to see over behind the back of that molly.
Right.
But that now is like, well, we can run through this, and we have to take a risk because we're on this lower buy. There's no other option. Coming out, sideline with a deagle to the dome, and well, that's when the chaos ensued. A great round for MIBR to get on the board on this CT side.
Wow, yeah, very nice. Very nice indeed. Let's see what the knee-jerk response is from Vitality. It looks like Apex wanted to call something quite frisky, quite quick.
I like it. A change here. The flash at the ready. They're going to overwhelm exit here.
He's surely flashed. Look at this. It's destined for glory. Nope. Dead, though. Dupree
it's so instant.
Yeah, I mean, and now what do you do? What do you do now? Insani's done well to actually catch one. Ooh, they do get Molotov'd out. The util now can be dumped. The bomb can be planted. Spinks has got the long flank covered, so there's nothing coming from main.
But there's more smokes that can be dropped here over towards this connected position, right? Apex has one more. So, nice nade. Really nice nade, and that's going to be the round. Okay, well, Vitality, they lose one, sure. It didn't look great, but immediately responds. So don't worry about it. It doesn't matter how you get to 16, just as long as you get there first.
Chad Birchall, 2023.
Hey, Counter-Strike's a simple game.
It is. And also,
one of the most
infinitely complex.
Yeah, Counter-Strike is an infinite game. That is the great thing with it. There's no finite solution for this. And that's because, you know...
Because it's humans. Oh,
precisely.
Yeah, humans are predictable.
He took away everything.
He wipes the slate clean.
Thank you very much. All those extra cash monies they had from that lighter buy has to be reinvested right here. That was MIBR's chance to stay competitive in this home stretch. Now, if Vitality win this round, well, sure, loss bonus will be maxed out, but it's just going to be MIBR cobbling together whatever they can.
I mean, you have to acknowledge that A take, right? After a round like that, you can't just have Exit in the same position.
Precisely. They will need to either play for more control or play more retake, and Exit will be more aggressive.
This is cool. This is aggressive. Magisk, surely a dead man, not ready for that engagement, but where's the trade? From behind, Dupree unloads his mag for one, traded by Insani. It does look like it favors MIBR for a moment, but still, as the dust settles, a 3-on-3, typically leaning towards the T's.
But this is a good position to find themselves in. At least they've made a mid-round start now, so the decisions have to come through for Vitality. Just as long as they don't let them regroup and hit a site together, you still need to stay a little bit forward in some of these positions, exactly like Henny's doing right now, because the U2 will be mainly landing behind him, right? So he might even, if information comes through, go for a bit of a push, but it might be too little too late as they make their way up the canal. Looks like a B split here as Insani will group with Turtle. Their push will not find anything unless they drop on down, but they will be a fast flank towards B, right? And this is where the craziness of a mid-round, especially with so much time on the clock, really comes into play. MIBR haven't sat like statues. They've stayed dynamic, and Spinks is even on the ready.
Oh, just as he averts his gaze, concerned about that close corner. That's a big leg up for MIBR, and this is a big round.
So much util for Apex and ZywOo here still to work with. There aren't kits in play. The smoke a little bit too late. ZywOo caught off guard by that one.
Okay, Apex. He's been handed a planted bomb. And trying to hold the cross. If he can isolate one of these two, this partnership of Insani and Turtle, who are taking their sweet time, they have no idea where Apex resides. Time perhaps a little on his side. Full util, but he's waiting for this headshot. Has to be now! Ooh, one of the two required. Perhaps could have run down Henny, but still a 5-second defuse. You can see how far away he was, and it's all Insani. With 4 frags of the 5 required. Takes down Vitality in.
And that's only 12 kills for him in total here. And we can even remember back in that first half, he had that nice 3K, right? So his moments, they've been patchy. If he can now activate here late within this second half, there might be a conversation to be had. However, again, it's round 1, round lost, round 1. Now, what does that mean? If Vitality win this one, MIBR are going to be feeling that miserable position yet again. It was from a team-based aggressive maneuver. So what do they have? Do they have any more of that, or is it a one and done?
They're doing it again, Chad, and it's working again. At least ZywOo this time has the remedy. Whew, could have got awkward. Apex probably readied his fist, but ZywOo has instead led Vitality to what looks like an almost guaranteed 14th with so many casualties early. Turtle, Brando, Insani watching as round 25 does continue. Heavy advantage into a wide open B site. Exit will arrive, but just really going to have to hope for a slip up here from Vitality. Taking a look at their nades. That smoke will be worth its weight in gold to facilitate the cross of that bomb. They don't have much cash in the coffers either, Chad.
No, that might be it. As soon as this bomb goes down, unless Exit can find anything on the cross, but everybody off the back of that flash are able to scurry through. And ZywOo, 30 in regulation. Thank you very much, he says. Just another day at the office.
You know, I'm not a superstar. It's my team. I like to play with the team. It's about the team game of Counter-Strike. I don't know. I'm not. I just play the game.
But ZywOo, you're so good. Like your setup, surely you're very particular about how you set up your mouse and your keyboard and the monitor.
No, I don't care. I don't care. I just sit down. I play as I can. You know, sometimes I have the res. Sometimes I change a setting. But it's not a problem for me.
Okay. But ZywOo, you know, when you broke onto the scene, you were the best player in the world in back-to-back years. Was that because of your team?
Yes, it's nice to play with the guys, and they make it very easy for me.
Okay.
And so it's yeah, I just play the game, and they set me up for the kills.
Oh, so you just have to shoot all the bad?
I just do the easy thing. You click on the head, they dead.
And they throw the flashes?
Yeah, exactement.
Oh, oui. All right. It's great to hear from ZywOo mid-game here.
Oh, so cool.
Interviewing, fragging, doing it all. This man.
He's a good lad, is ZywOo. This second kill as well. That's wait, most players probably not ready for the Breno response, but this nice 30 as well. See you later, Exit. 14 in the bank.
All right, well, let's see if we got any more from ZywOo, the best in the game here.
MIBR are going to have to step it up right here, right now. You've got yourself that saved AWP, and then you've just got an assortment of goodies around it.
I was trying to see if I could find any excitement of this, because I'm looking at the AWP for Henny, I'm like, well, if this was another map, maybe I could think of a place that he might be able to find an opening pick. But here I'm having a harder time. A much harder time working out how he's meant to find traction with this big green. So yeah, the chips are down. They are in a whole lot of trouble here. They've already won a round like this, but it wasn't the AWP presence that got them the necessary opening kills. It was the deagle of Insani coming through that smoke, I do believe.
Precisely. Well, he can try and do that at one again. Man just wants to get them in. This is a full vitality, like brute force, we'll call it. Bodies in, flashes in, and frags to follow. Just like that, the conversions are through. And rather stylish.
But look at the pathing as well, right? The flash is in and they understand exactly the corners they need to clear. I love that. That is perfect. When you have your entry fraggers coming in and complementing each other so nicely and then hitting their shots, that is a work of art. Nothing feels better than being able to scale so far, get the necessary kills, and the round being done off some simple utility, right? And just the understanding of what you need to do. Because at lower levels of Counter-Strike, right, you're all going to run in, it's going to be a cluster, everybody's going to be clearing every corner. At top tier Counter-Strike, you've spoken through the flight paths, you understand exactly what you need to do, and the most important thing, you trust your teammates, right? And that makes moments like that, which normally are very sketchy. They were going into the AWP. The AWP came back from the flash, and they were in his face. That was beautiful from Vitality.
And I think
simple.
It's going to be a whole lot more beauty to follow. They've got 4 opportunities here, MIBR, just to try and continue to build a CT side out of this. Vitality managed to boast 6 on their defense, and so a 5-round run. Ooh, it's a high bar set by Vitality. And Insani, I mean, this is make or break. Flash will be coming through. He's going to be run on down. Apex hunting. Oh, Insani, boy, he's still sticking around. He's trying best as he can to delay. He's managed to get away, spotted out.
It's just not a fun fight. It's a left eye
peek. Awkward as everything is awkward about it.
Yeah, multiple angles to have to worry about. It's really not. Yeah, but the thing is, you can't just give it up, especially so early within the round. So you can see jostling for this position, but they've already siphoned through an awful lot of utility here. And then this is where that biggest question that Des brought up about CTs and moves for plays. That's where this conversation comes through. What is the play? All right, we're going to block B main. Now we're going to go back mid together as a team and try and find a fight, sure. But Vitality, they're not there.
Long gone. Long gone. And instead, it's Turtle quaking in his long johns. There's a whole squad coming his way. They are going to be clearing at least off that mid-info. Oh, Turtle, these flashes from Vitality have been perfect. He has to find one, and Dupree's the one to post it. Clawing into the site from behind, quick though. Insani delivers. Need another. Breno can't. Softens them up, but they are so low. Dupree and Spinks with just 21 points of health between the two of them. Doesn't make a difference for Henny, but maybe Exit. Got to give this a go. Exit's not really in a position to walk the whole way. I don't see a kit. Maybe one on site on one of those pillar players, as you highlighted before. Here they come. And that's the angle. Spinks, perfect execution. And he will close. Vitality, they take it. Anubis in the bank. As it's a battle for survival, I will remind you, this is elimination game. First one in the bank for Vitality, but perhaps 2 more to follow. We'll find out for sure. But smiles and business as usual.